Hi everybody, my name is Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager of Renda Broadcasting in Indiana. He is B.C. Taylor, and we are looking so forward to the Feel the Love celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert returning to the Kowalczyk Complex on Sunday, December 16th at 7 o'clock. Actually, 6:15 is an important time because that's when our pre-concert show featuring the Indiana County Voices of Christmas, basically an all-star cast of choral students from throughout Indiana County. They'll be the lead-in for this guy and his band. And B, thanks for coming up and doing our preview show recorded at the IUP TV studios. We thank Dr. Prowinski and Sarah and all the staff here for putting this together for us. You know, we had kind of we were talking off mic, kind of like happy and sad all at the same time, because I sat here with your father for 4 years when we brought the show to Indiana, and now you're kind enough to kind of come up and carry on that legacy. First of all, I think it's fantastic that you're carrying on your father's legacy, keeping his spirit alive with his great music, and we're just excited to have the show back here at the KCAC.
Well, so are we, and I think it's a real testament to what he created, the fact that there are so many people who are still so passionate about the show and the music that, you know, the fact that there are those people, it just makes sense that we're doing the show.
Last year I had the pleasure to attend the tribute show that you did in West Virginia at the Capitol Theater. You intended to do one, sold out so quickly, you had to add a second. And I guess it was the second one that I attended, but it was kind of like the first one, the way that all worked out.
Yeah.
But regardless, it was absolutely fabulous. What a wonderful tribute to your dad. You know, that was the 20th anniversary, would have been the 20th year for him. So I know right here you had to do that. And it probably was kind of a motivation to keep it going after that with the way it went, right?
Well, yeah, it went incredibly well, and the fact that it was so well received, we finished, as soon as we came off stage, people were asking about this year, and people like yourself calling and saying that, you know, IUP is still interested, and you know, it just snowballed into what's happening this year. And I mean, I didn't expect it. I'm not surprised by that at all because of how wonderful the music is and what we've created on stage. But you never know, because those are huge shoes to fill with Dad being, you know, up on stage, and the fact that people still feel the love with us on stage, it goes to show that we created something very special. And
I'm going to come clean with you. It was not a phone call. It was maybe 10 minutes after the show, left dial, row 5. I got your cell phone number.
And I said,
hey, if you're looking...
Christmas sweater on.
Yeah, if you're looking at bringing the show out next year, we're interested. So I don't think it was a phone call. It was more like 10 minutes. Hey,
and then every week I'd get a text from you like, hey.
More like every 3 days, but yeah, that's okay. Hey, you know, charities were important to your dad, and I know he had, when we talked to him initially, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and we told him about our Teddy Bear Fund Drive, which raises money to fund child health care, both here at Indiana Regional Medical Center, which is a tremendous community asset here in the county, and Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. I know he had buy-in from the beginning. We raised over $100,000 last year. Some of our record years were when we had the concert, so we're hoping this will help us again even to get to a bigger number. Over $500,000 in the last 5 years, and over $2.7 million in the first 38 years of the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. So this is important. I'm sure Rich Fiskus will talk about it coming up in our next segment. It's kind of like a win-win-win for our community, and I'm glad that you thought enough of us to come back to Indiana.
Well, I don't know how many people know this, but my father was actually sick as a child with a rare kidney disease, and that's actually how he learned to play the guitar. And so there's always been this special place in his heart for I mean, anyone who he can help out, he did, but especially children. And we would always go every year to the Children's Hospital to perform, which it's just a small way of giving back and brightening the day of a sick child and their family. So the Teddy Bear Fund is exactly that, like a total win, such an obvious cause to help, and the fact that he was so behind it is not a surprise at all.
20 years of the show, how many years were you involved?
I was involved the entire time. My involvement grew as I became older. I started out as an 11-year-old kid kind of being pushed to the front to sing "Oh Come All You Faithful" with my sister, and just being out there in front of all these people and the lights, it was pretty overwhelming. And then I found that I liked it, and I slowly moved into playing percussion, and I did that for a few years, and then I was slowly groomed to be the drummer, and then I was his drummer on records and live shows for the past 15 years.
There will be a lot of the popular elements that fans have grown accustomed to, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There are things in the show that you just can't cut. You're not gonna, you're not gonna stop doing the drum solo. You're not going to stop having the drum line come down. Rick is always going to be Rick. There's no turning that off. But yeah, I mean, we feel like a family. Like it feels like we're just a bunch of brothers on stage, and you can really tell from the audience that there's a major chemistry and a major love for one another, and it's something that you take for granted while you're in it, and then you go and work with others, and you travel, and there's just, no matter how nice and great those people are, you can't replace being on stage with these guys for 15 years. You just can't, and they're all just wonderful, wonderful people, and they all love Dad, and they all love Christmas, and so it's just a recipe for a wonderful night.
All right, we have a few segments in our show today. Maybe a little bit later on, we'll get him to reveal a secret or two. Maybe a twist
maybe
his
one.
arm.
I'll get you
maybe
one.
one. Okay, a couple twists this year that we'll tell you about. For now, we want to tell you tickets are on sale at the KCAC box office. Box office is open 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Saturdays from 10 until 4. Or you can get your Feel the Love concert tickets at iuptix.com. That's iuptix.com. Coming up, this fabulous concert wouldn't be possible on our end without some sponsorship dollars, and we are just thrilled that S&T Bank has generously agreed to be back with us again this year as our presenting sponsor. Jim DeCesar, Operations Manager at Renda Broadcasting, will talk with Rich Fiskus, Executive Vice President of S&T Bank, about their commitment to the concert and our 39th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive. That and more when the Feel the Love celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert continues right after this.
Welcome back to the Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas preview show. I'm Jim DeCesar, and we're joined here, BC, who you already have seen with Mark Burdig and before this. But we're also joined with Rich Fiskus. He's the Executive Vice President at S&T Bank and a big fan of the B.E. Taylor Christmas shows as well, I might add. And Rich, S&T Bank back again this year as main sponsor. We're looking forward to that, and thank you so much. But I know you as a fan and S&T Bank, everyone in S&T has turned into big fans as well. But it means a lot to you guys to be part of the show.
Thank you. It really does. S&T Bank believes that the communities are, S&T is only as good as the communities in which we're in. And the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, I mean, this is a win-win for the bank and our customers. Our market area is exactly kind of plays into this. We're just thrilled to be part of it. I mean, for 5 years, we've enjoyed being part of it. We have all kinds of employees who attend from all over. I mean, we're in 3 states, but we have employees from Pittsburgh that come up to this, people from Altoona that come to this. A lot of our employees really look forward to it, and I do too. I'll be honest.
And you just said something, Rich, that I think we were discussing a little bit before this taping, that it has been 5 years. And as BC, and I heard that, and you as well, we thought, wow, it has been 5 years. And let's go back a little bit further than that. Let's go back 7 years ago when Mark Burdig had this crazy idea that we would bring the B.E. Taylor Christmas special to Indiana. First of all, what you guys thought about that, and Rich, we had to convince you, or did you buy in right away?
Pretty easy. It was real easy. Yeah.
I know with
I'll
me,
let BC go.
Obviously, anytime we added another show, it was always exciting, because 7 years ago I was 27, so you're still, it's just one of those things where like you're in the heart of it, or these shows are just keep lining up, and then we walk in to the Kowalczyk Center, and you're in an arena, and I don't care how many times you do a show like that or what level you're on, you walk in and there's that many people. It's a rush that no one's going to forget anytime soon.
And Rich, 7 years ago, beyond the 5 concerts, 7 years ago, when Mark Burdig first introduced this idea to you and everyone at S&T Bank, Todd Bryce and everyone over there, was it easy for you to say yes? I know it's a community thing, but...
Well, I think, like I said, the win-win. So you tie in the Indiana Hospital and the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. You tie in an arena that this community is very proud of, and then you have an amazing show that comes with it. I guess the big unknown was, what is the Christmas special about? What's it like? Because some people have been to it and heard of it. A lot of people haven't. And then, here we are sitting 5 years later, after talking to your father like this every year, now talking to BC. This is amazing, and I think it's awesome. These things are meant to just continue. A new group of people will experience something that's pretty exciting. I'm looking at you and thinking about glow in the dark drumsticks, but maybe a little water on top of it or something. But,
baby powder.
Yeah, S&T is just thrilled to be part of the community and part of this special.
Are there any special remembrances, Rich, for you? In case folks don't know, Rich is a huge B.E. Taylor fan, and it's going to be a special night for you personally.
I'm looking forward to it. So I'll go back to last year, for instance, where we actually pulled out the CD from Heinz Hall, which I'm sure a lot of people have. B.E. gave it to me, actually. And we watched it, and I'm telling you, it was like, wow, this needs to continue. We need to keep doing stuff and build on it. So to have it back this year is something I'm not sure if I ever would see, but I'm thrilled, and it should be back. So looking forward to it very much.
And Rich, we're very excited to have S&T Bank again, of course, and we're so proud and thankful that S&T Bank is on board again this year. So thank you very much. We also want to thank our other sponsors as well: Diamond Pharmacy, the Indiana County Tourist Bureau, all of those glow sticks, and also Krebs United Publications, High Tech Color, and Diamond Pharmacy as well. And coming up, Mark Burdig will visit with B.C. Taylor, and we'll welcome Heather Reed, Executive Director of the Indiana Healthcare Foundation. Of course, Indiana Regional Medical Center's Pediatrics Department is one of the beneficiaries of this year's concert. Also on deck is Shalise Stolars, Choral Director at Marion Center High School, and we will tell you how Shalise and her students, as well as students from throughout the county, will be involved again in this year's concert. But first, here is more information on how you can get tickets, and we'll be right back as Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert preview, continues.
We are back with you on our Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert preview show. And we have, of course, B.C. Taylor on the set with us. He's like the star of the show. And a new star, Heather Reed, Executive Director of the Indiana Healthcare Foundation. And Heather, thanks for joining us. I know you are looking forward to the show. You've been with your entire family to past concerts that have benefited the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. Your thoughts when we announced that it was coming back, because obviously one of the beneficiaries of the Teddy Bear Fund Drive is IRMC's Pediatrics Department.
I think, Mark, I was so excited to know that we were getting you back this year to do a tribute concert. For those of you that have been to a concert, you know that BC kind of stole the show a few times from his dad. He was quite a hit with the ladies. So for me, this just meant so much to our town to have this concert, not just for what it means to the hospital and the community, but it was a great way for families in our community to kick off the holiday season. I know my family went, but I also know we had lots of our donors come to the event, and it was just a great way for so many people to come together, really feel that magical Christmas spirit. And when I heard that you were coming back to do this tribute show. I was so excited.
Well, you asked me if there was any way you could replace Rick on that drums glow-in-the-dark. Is there any chance?
You're more than welcome. And if he finds out that you're challenging him, you might have to know.
There might be a throwdown.
Exactly.
There's going to be a throwdown of drumsticks.
Heather, was there a favorite part of the shows that you've seen in years gone by?
I will say, I think just bringing, the high school kids, the drum lines in, that really draws people in because they get to be a part of the show and a part of what you're doing. Those crowd participation pieces, it's just great. I mean, that feeling when you're in the KCAC and you see all those glow sticks and you just see the people on the stage, and there is definitely a magic about what's happening with you guys.
And I know we talked about it earlier in the show, the fact that the hospital benefits is important to you and the band.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said earlier, the fact that my father actually experienced that as a kid, being sick, he has a very, special place in his heart for children, and the fact that this goes to help is amazing.
Heather, thanks for coming in and doing this. We're looking forward to the show. We need people to buy these because then the hospital wins even more. The pediatrics department, I have in my hand some tickets that I got myself out of the box office today, and they are on sale at the KCAC box office. Tickets to the Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert show on Sunday, December the 16th. Pre-concert show starts at 6:15 with our wonderful choral students. Then BC and all the guys will take to the stage around 7 o'clock at the KCAC. Tickets are on sale at the KCAC box office, which is open from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 10 to 4 on Saturdays. Right now, we're going to send it across the way. Jim DeCesar standing by with Shalise Stolars and some choral students who will be performing prior to the band taking the stage. Let's go over to Jim right now.
Thank you, Mark. And we are here with Shalise Stolars. Shalise is the choral director at Marion Center High School. And first of all, Shalise, thanks so much for coming back and being a part of this again this year.
Thank you for having us. It's a wonderful opportunity for me, my students, and the county, and we're really looking forward to it.
Well, it's a lot of fun. And I don't know that the students know yet exactly what they're in for, but I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of fun, and you may potentially be part of the biggest choral group ever to perform at a B.E. Taylor or Feel the Love concert. That's going to be exciting as well. As a matter of fact, Mark, can we maybe steal BC from over there? BC, come on over. There he is.
I'm everywhere.
Can I have the tickets as well, maybe? Thank you.
I caught him.
We have to sell the tickets. BC, we have the students here. They're going to be part of the choral group.
Yes.
And potentially the biggest choral group to ever be at a show, one of the shows.
And that's saying something because the shows that we've done here, there's always been a huge choir. So the fact that you guys are going to make it even bigger, I'm going to be impressed. I'll be very impressed.
And
Yeah,
the choral group in all of the shows, but especially here in Indiana, always a driving force, a big part of that show. You guys do your thing, and it's a lot of fun, and we really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the choral group just adds that spectacular, addition to the show.
Absolutely. Not to mention, they are so unbelievably loud from the stands. So keep that up. It's always fun to hear you guys screaming and clapping and singing with us. So they're still performing even when they're not on stage.
We have Bridget and Callie and Hayden here with us from Marion Center, and again, thanks so much for bringing them and for you to be here as well. First of all, have any of you seen the past B.E. Taylor concerts?
Yeah,
Callie?
I have been to every single concert since it's been to the Kowalczyk Center, and it's always a tradition in my family, and we try to bring a lot of our relatives to it since it's so much fun.
And Bridget, no? Hayden, not seen a concert? Know anything about the concerts?
Oh yeah, I've actually been to almost all of them. My family kind of made it a tradition too, which is a lot of fun, and I've always performed in the choir beforehand as well.
Oh, you have performed previously in the choir. Oh, that's fantastic. Hayden, what about you?
I also got to perform once my 7th grade year, but I'm excited to get to see it again because that was the only real opportunity I had.
Well, again, we are so thankful that you students will be there, and more of you students from your school and the surrounding area schools as well to participate. And Shalise, your husband, John, is going to be a part of the show. John is with Homer Center Junior Senior High School, and he's in charge of the drum line that will be marching in. And I know you can speak for him. Is he looking forward to that?
Oh yes, absolutely. He's been talking about it since we had talked about getting this back going, and on December 16th, and the kids are really excited about it. They've already been starting to prepare for what they're going to be doing, and it's going to be a good time.
Well, we cannot wait. Can't wait to see you and Shalise, you being there, and of course BC on drums and the other guys. Right now, information on how you can get these tickets to go to that show. December 16th, that is a Sunday at the KCAC. You can get your tickets at the KCAC box office. Mark Burdig knows more about the times that are available. I don't yet have that in my head, but you can also get tickets at iuptix.com, and we'll have more information coming up on various ways to get those tickets. We want to see you there.
We welcome you back to our final segment of the Feel the Love Celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas Concert Preview Show with Renda Broadcasting Operations Manager Jim DeCesar and the star of the show, or at least one of them, B.C. Taylor. I'm Mark Burdig, General Manager of Renda Broadcasting. The show, of course, will benefit our Teddy Bear Fund Drive, the 39th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive, and looking forward to it on Sunday, December 16th at the KCAC. We hope you have your tickets by now. If you don't, they are available at the KCAC box office, and you see that on the screen right now as far as the hours and where you can get your tickets. We're with B.C. Taylor as we get ready for the Feel the Love concert. B, when you take the stage, I know you learned this through the years, this is a concert that really transcends all age groups. Many times I'll get the question, well, I'm thinking about going, was this something my kids would like? And really, I've said in years gone by, I don't care if you're age 6 or 96, and I have a 92-year-old aunt that has been to these shows, a couple of them actually, and they're doing quite well, in some cases better than I'm doing, so we hope to have them back. But it is something that kind of spans generations, and for whatever reason, and it's hard to even pinpoint, it just fits for everybody, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What makes the show so unique?
I think it's genuine. I think it's the fact that we are on that stage because we love, first and foremost, Christ. Secondly, each other, and we really do believe in what we're saying and singing about, and that's something you can't fake. You can't fake the joking between Dad and Rick, or me and whoever on stage. And I think the fact that we then extend that to the crowd, you know, it just becomes this interactive, fun 2-hour show that it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't matter how old you are. Laughing is still laughing, smiling is still smiling, crying is still crying. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, or what age, or what you're going through. And in fact, we've had countless people say that they came in not feeling the love, and they left smiling and so totally true. Full of it. So. It does span the generational gap, and it's something that I'm incredibly proud of.
And for our viewers, BC and maybe Jim too have made a couple of references to Rick. Well, Rick, if you don't know, and if you've never been to a concert, is the crazy guitar player who has probably more fun on stage than anybody, and usually at some point in the show, I think this is something we could safely talk about that might still be a part of this year's show. He'll do something kind of crazy with the song and twist the words a little bit. All About the Bass comes to mind, and a few others. So will that be back this year?
That will absolutely be back. I can't even give you a hint on what he's writing, because that'll change up until like the downbeat of the show. Like, oh, I think I got a new idea. Okay, let's run it at sound check real quick. No, beat it started like this. So like, I'd love to tell you. I just can't.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea.
Ricky is on stage doing his own thing no matter what. That's why he's having so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's Rick and he's there.
There's no one like him.
Nobody like him. First question a lot of people have, or I shouldn't say the first question, but one of the questions is, will the glow sticks be back? And the answer to that is yes, they will be back thanks to the Indiana County Tourist Bureau. We're so happy to have them back along with our other sponsors and of course S&T Bank. We spoke with Rich Fiskus about that. BC, we don't want to give away everything, but there will be some new twists.
Yes.
You know, obviously your dad will be a big part of the show.
Yes.
This is not so much a tribute show as much as the legacy carrying on. We had a tribute show last year.
Right.
This is the ability to take what your dad did. We like to call it Taylorizing.
Yes.
The Christmas music, which he did. He heard things his own way, and they turned out to be so wonderful. But there will be something different, unique about this show.
Yeah, sure. Well, Dad, every year he would want to tweak something here or there just because we've had people who have been coming for 15 years. So we like making little changes here and there just to keep it interesting for those people who have been coming for so many years. And this year's no different. I've had some ideas, the other band members have ideas, and it's you've said it, like he Taylorized these songs, and you're not going to change, Oh Holy Night. You're not going to change Saw Three Ships. There's so many of these songs that they're so well done that you don't need to, and we would get in trouble if we tried to do something different. We'd get yelled at.
It bothers me when I hear the songs the original way sometimes.
What's funny, to go back to what you were saying about the generations coming through, there are children who have grown up listening to the B.E. Taylor Christmas discs who think his version of Drummer Boy or Three Kings is the original Drummer Boy. You take for granted how unbelievably talented he is and was because of the personality that he had. And now that he's gone, you listen to his music and you just think like there's no denying he's one of the best vocalists I have ever heard and that most people have ever heard. And so the fact that he allowed me to come on and groomed me to be a player on stage, I'm doing this now because of him, and so it's just every time I sit behind a kit, there's a little bit of me that thanks Dad for pushing me. One thing that he taught me as a young man, and I still hear his voice every day: be the best version of yourself that you can be. If you've only got 80%, be 100% of that 80%. And I'll be the first to say I'm not the vocalist even close to him. But I'm going to go up on stage and I'm going to play and sing and give it everything I can, because not only is that what he would want, I can't do anything other than that, because I model most of my life after the man that he was, and that doesn't stop. That continues onto the stage thing.
Well, you were certainly blessed, and he was as a father. And as we wrap things up here, we want to thank our presenting sponsor, S&T Bank, and all of our sponsors of the up-and-coming Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert at the KCAC. Special thanks to Rich Fiskus from S&T Bank, of course Heather Reed, Executive Director of Indiana Healthcare Foundation, and Shalise Stolars from Marion Center High School, and her students for being here as well. And we want you to join us at the show, and we're going to wrap up this concert preview right now. Mark, let me officially hand over the baton, the tickets to the concert, so you can sell those final remaining tickets.
Would you like to buy a couple tickets?
I'll take two, please.
You'll take two?
I'll take two, yes.
Good, I'll waive the service charge.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
We want you to get your tickets, everybody. Remember, the Feel the Love concert will benefit Renda Broadcasting's 39th annual Teddy Bear Fund Drive, which funds child health care both at Indiana Regional Medical Center's Pediatrics Department and Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. Don't wait until the night of the show. We want you to get them in advance, like so many others have already done. And they're available at the Kowalczyk Complex Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 5:30. Saturdays, the box office open 10 until 4. You can also get them online anytime at iuptix.com. BC, any final comments? We certainly thank you for coming up to do this show.
Oh, I thank you guys, and I thank you, and I just can't wait to celebrate and feel the love of Christmas with you all.
All right, on behalf of our entire crew, thanks again to BC. We'll see you, we hope, on Sunday, December 16th at the Kowalczyk Complex. Goodbye, everybody.